November 15th, Monday. First reading. A reading from the first book of Maccabees, chapter 1, verses 10 to 15, 41 to 43, 54 to 57, and 62 to 63. From them came forth the sinful root, Antiochus Epiphanes, son of King Antiochus. He had been a hostage in her room. He began to reign in the 137th year of the kingdom of Greeks. In those days, certain renegades came out from Israel and misled many, saying, "Let us go and make a covenant with the Gentiles around us. For since we separated from them, many disasters have come upon us." This proposal pleased them, and some of the people eagerly went to the king, who authorized them to observe the ordinance of the Gentiles. So they built a gymnasium in Jerusalem according to Gentiles' custom, and removed the marks of circumcision and abandoned the holy covenant. They joined with the Gentiles and sold themselves to do evil. Then the king wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and that all should give up their particular customs. All the Gentiles accepted the command of the king. Many, even from Israel, gladly adopted his religion. They sacrificed to idols and profaned the Sabbath. Now on 15th day of Kislev, in the 145th year, they erected a desolating scarlet on the altar of burnt offering. They also built altars in the surrounding towns of Judah and offered incense at the doors of the houses and in the streets. The books of law that they found they tore to pieces and burnt with fire. Anyone found possessing the book of the covenant or anything who adhered to the law was condemned to death by decree of the king. But many in Israel stood firm and were resolved in their hearts not to eat unclean food. They chose to die rather than to be defiled by food or to profane the holy covenant, and they did die. Word of the Lord. Your response shall be, "Give me life, O Lord, and I will keep your commands." Psalm 119, verses 53, 61, 134, 150, 155, 158. Your response shall be, "Give me life, O Lord, and I will keep your commands." Hot indignation seizes me because of the wicked, those who forsake your law. Though the cords of the wicked ensnare me, I do not forget your law. Response: Redeem me from human oppression, that I may keep your precepts. Those who persecute me with evil purpose draw near. They are far from your law. Response: Salvation is far from the wicked, for they do not seek your statutes. I look at the faithless with disgust, because they do not keep your commands. Response: Gospel reading. A reading from Luke, chapter 18, verses 35 to 43. As Jesus approached Jericho, a blind man was sitting by the roadside begging. When he heard a crowd going by, he asked what was happening. They told him, "Jesus of Nazareth is passing by." Then he shouted, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." Those who were in front sternly ordered him to be quiet, but he shouted even more loudly, "Son of David, have mercy on me." Jesus stood still and ordered the man to be brought to him. And when he came near, he asked him, "What do you want me to do for you?" He said, "Lord, let me see again." Jesus said to him, "Receive your sight. Your faith has saved you." Immediately he regained his sight and followed him, glorifying God. And all the people, when they saw it, praised God.